Small towns hold a certain charm, a sense of community, a feeling of safety. These places often feel like a sanctuary from the chaos of the outside world, where everyone knows each other, and life moves at a slower, more comforting pace. The streets are lined with familiar faces, and there's a sense of belonging that wraps around you like a warm blanket. It's in these towns that people find solace, a place to raise families, and build lifelong friendships. The simplicity of life here is what makes it so appealing, a stark contrast to the hustle and bustle of big cities. But sometimes, darkness seeps into these idyllic landscapes, shattering the peace and leaving behind a trail of heartbreak. The very sense of security that once defined these towns can be ripped away in an instant, replaced by fear and uncertainty. The shadows that lurk in the corners of these seemingly perfect places can bring about a sense of dread that is hard to shake. It's a stark reminder that no place is immune to the harsh realities of life, and that even the most serene settings can harbor secrets and dangers. This is the story of Mindy Morgenstern, a young woman whose life was tragically cut short in the seemingly tranquil town of Valley City, North Dakota. Mindy was more than just a resident of this small town. She was a beacon of hope and positivity. Her presence was a reminder of the good that can exist in the world, and her loss was felt deeply by everyone who knew her. Valley City, with its picturesque landscapes and close-knit community, was the backdrop to Mindy's life, a life that was filled with promise and potential. Mindy was a bright light in her community, a beloved college student with a promising future ahead of her. She was known for her kindness, her intelligence, and her unwavering determination to make a difference. Her days were filled with studying, participating in community events, and spending time with friends and family. She had a passion for learning and a desire to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. Her future was a canvas of endless possibilities, and she approached each day with enthusiasm and hope. She had dreams, aspirations, and a contagious laugh that could light up a room. Her friends often spoke of her ability to bring joy to any situation, her laughter echoing through the halls of her college and the streets of her town. Mindy was the kind of person who made others feel special, who had a knack for lifting spirits and spreading positivity. Her dreams were as vibrant as her personality, and she worked tirelessly to achieve them, never losing sight of her goals. But on a fateful September morning in 2006, Mindy's light was extinguished, leaving her family and friends grappling with an unimaginable loss. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the community, a community that had come to love and cherish her. The emptiness left behind was palpable, a void that could never be filled. Her dorm room, once a place of laughter and study, now stood silent, a stark reminder of the life that was taken too soon. Candlelight vigils were held in her honor, as those who knew her struggled to come to terms with the tragedy. The news of her murder sent shockwaves through Valley City, a place where everyone knew their neighbors and violence felt like a distant nightmare. The headlines were filled with disbelief and sorrow, as the town grappled with the reality of what had happened. Residents gathered in small groups, their faces etched with concern and grief. The sight of police cars patrolling the quiet streets was a jarring contrast to the usual tranquility of the town. It was a moment that would forever change the fabric of Valley City, a reminder of the fragility of life. As investigators descended upon the scene, the community held its breath, united in grief and desperate for answers. The investigation was thorough and meticulous, as detectives combed through evidence and followed every lead. The community watched and waited, their hearts heavy with sorrow and a burning desire for justice. In the midst of their grief, they found solace in each other, coming together to support one another through the darkest of times. The bonds of the community were tested, but they held strong, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Little did they know that the key to solving Mindy's murder lay in the very evidence she unknowingly left behind, a testament to the resilience of truth, even in the face of tragedy. The clues that would eventually lead to answers were hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope, a light that can guide the way. The journey to justice was long and arduous, but it was a journey that the community was willing to take, driven by their love for Mindy and their unwavering belief in the power of truth. Mindy Morgenstern was more than just a college student. She was a vibrant thread in the tapestry of Valley City State University. Her presence was felt in every corner of the campus, from the bustling hallways to the serene study spots. Mindy had a way of making everyone feel included, her laughter echoing through the corridors and her smile brightening even the gloomiest of days. Her energy was infectious, her spirit impossible to ignore. She had a knack for bringing people together, whether it was organizing impromptu study groups or planning weekend outings. Her friends often marveled at her ability to juggle her academic responsibilities with her social life, always managing to find time for those she cared about. She threw herself into campus life with a zeal that was inspiring. Mindy was involved in numerous clubs and organizations, always eager to lend a hand or take on a leadership role. Her enthusiasm was contagious, and she had a way of motivating others to get involved and make a difference. She was a dedicated student, a loyal friend, and a beacon of positivity. Her professors often spoke of her as a model student, someone who not only excelled academically, but also brought a positive attitude to every class. Her friends knew they could always count on her for support, whether they needed help with a tough assignment or just someone to talk to. Her days were filled with the bustle of classes, the camaraderie of study sessions, and the laughter of late-night talks with friends. She thrived on the energy of the campus, always eager to learn and grow. Her curiosity knew no bounds, and she was constantly seeking out new experiences and opportunities. She was a familiar face in the hallways, always ready with a smile and a kind word. Her presence was a comforting constant for many, a reminder that kindness and positivity could make a real difference in the world. She had a way of making everyone feel seen and valued, and her genuine interest in others endeared her to all who knew her. Her professors remembered her as a bright and eager student, always willing to go the extra mile. She was never content with just getting by. She strove for excellence in everything she did. Her inquisitive nature and passion for learning made her a standout in the classroom, and her professors often found themselves inspired by her dedication and drive. But Mindy's world extended far beyond the classroom walls. She was deeply involved in the community, always looking for ways to give back and make a positive impact. Whether it was volunteering at local shelters, participating in community cleanup events, or mentoring younger students, Mindy was always ready to lend a helping hand. She was a gifted athlete, excelling on the university's golf team. Her dedication to the sport was evident in her rigorous training schedule and her unwavering commitment to her team. She approached every practice and every game with the same determination and focus she brought to her studies, earning the respect of her teammates and coaches alike. She approached every swing with the same determination and focus she brought to her studies, earning the respect of her teammates and coaches alike. Her natural talent was undeniable, but it was her hard work and perseverance that truly set her apart. She was always striving to improve, always pushing herself to be the best she could be. She had a natural talent, but it was her unwavering spirit and infectious enthusiasm that truly set her apart. Her joy for the game was evident in every swing, every practice, and every match. She inspired her teammates with her positive attitude and her relentless drive, and she left a lasting impact on everyone who had the privilege of knowing her. The morning of September 13th, 2006, dawned like any other in Valley City. The sun rose gently over the horizon, casting a golden hue over the quaint streets and charming houses. It was a scene of serene normalcy, where the residents went about their daily routines, unaware of the dark cloud that was about to cast a shadow over their peaceful town. The air was crisp with the promise of fall, the leaves rustling in the gentle breeze, hinting at the change of seasons. The vibrant colors of autumn foliage painted a picturesque backdrop, adding a sense of calm and beauty to the morning. Students hurried to their morning classes, their backpacks slung over their shoulders, chatting animatedly about their plans for the day. The campus buzzed with energy and anticipation, a microcosm of youthful enthusiasm and academic pursuit. The routines of campus life unfolded as usual. Friends gathered on the university quad, sharing laughs and stories, while others buried their noses in textbooks, preparing for upcoming exams. It was a typical day, filled with the promise of learning and growth. But within the walls of Mindy's apartment building, a sinister secret lay hidden, a stark contrast to the vibrancy of the young woman who called it home. The building, usually a place of comfort and safety, now harbored a dark and chilling mystery. Mindy Morgenstern was a bright and promising young woman, full of life and laughter. Her smile could light up a room, and her presence brought joy to those around her. She was a beloved member of the community, known for her kindness and vibrant spirit. It was Mindy's boyfriend who stumbled upon the horrifying scene. He had been trying to reach her all morning, growing increasingly worried with each unanswered call. Concerned when he couldn't reach her, he went to her apartment, a knot of dread twisting in his gut. He knocked on the door, his heart pounding with fear and anxiety. His face was etched with worry, his mind racing with worst-case scenarios. He called out her name, hoping for a response, but was met with an eerie silence. His worst fears were confirmed when he discovered her lifeless body. The sight was more horrifying than he could have ever imagined, a scene of unimaginable violence and tragedy. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community. Valley City, a place where everyone knew each other, was now gripped by fear and sorrow. The brutal nature of the crime, the senseless loss of such a bright and promising life, it was unfathomable. The police quickly cordoned off the area, and detectives began their investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind this heinous act. The community came together to mourn the loss of Mindy. A memorial with flowers and candles was set up in her honor, a testament to the impact she had on those around her. Grieving community members gathered, sharing their memories and supporting each other in their time of sorrow. The news spread like wildfire, leaving a trail of grief and disbelief in its wake. Reporters flocked to the scene, capturing the raw emotions of a community in mourning. The story dominated headlines, a stark reminder of the fragility of life. The image of Mindy, full of life and laughter, stood in stark contrast to the grim reality of her fate. Her friends and family clung to their memories of her, cherishing the moments they had shared. In the face of such tragedy, the community vowed to seek justice for Mindy, to ensure that her vibrant spirit would never be forgotten. The investigation into Mindy's murder began immediately. The small police force in Valley City was quickly bolstered by state investigators, all determined to bring her killer to justice. The apartment building became a hub of activity, yellow tape cordoning off the scene as forensic teams meticulously combed through every inch for clues. Every surface was examined, every fiber analyzed. They were looking for anything that could point them in the direction of the perpetrator. The pressure was immense. The community was looking to them for answers, for justice for Mindy. And then, a breakthrough. DNA evidence, meticulously collected from the crime scene, offered a glimmer of hope. It was a crucial piece of the puzzle, a whisper in the wind that promised to lead them to the perpetrator. The DNA profile was fed into the national database, the investigators holding their breath, hoping for a match.